and she would bring us Wendy's. And then we would go to Wendy's and she'd be like, order whatever you want. And I was like, oh shit. So that opened.
Is it Mayo or Mayo?
Mayo was good.
Mayo's good?
Yeah, my parents would say Mayo, but yeah.
Were you teased as a child for that?
No. Well, I mean, yeah, like Patty Mayo or stuff like that, but it was cool.
But how did you get into the business of social media marketing for food?
Oh, so let's see. So my dad is in the military, so I was born in San Diego and then went to Texas and then here. So when we moved to Texas, I would always visit San Diego every year. And my uncle would take me on like food adventures pretty much. So he would take me like In-N-Out Burger, like to Mexican spots, Filipino spots, like Chinese food. And I used to think that sweet and sour chicken was like the greatest thing. It was so good. And my uncle was a photographer, and he like does x-rays and stuff, but he didn't work that much. So he wanted to take pictures of nature and I wanted to take pictures of food. So he would pick a nature spot, I would pick a food spot. And then we just kind of did that all around, and then I started with a camera, and then I like would eventually get a better camera. And then all my cousins were there, so we would go to LA and like chase food trucks, and we would just like, I would just go on adventures with my cousins and my uncle. I was getting restless, you know, because I didn't have a job and I just felt weird. So in California, I was really bored one day and I went on meetup.com and I found a food blogger meetup, and I was like, oh, this is cool, like I'm a food blogger, I guess. So I went, and it was this company that was giving me $50 gift cards, and I just had to go to the restaurant, spend the gift card, and I had to do a Yelp review and then a review on my website. And I did a whole bunch of those, and I was like, this is really cool. And I just kept going on adventures, and so that's when I thought, like, what's the next step? You know, like, I'm like, this is cool, like, do I want to keep being a blogger? That was an aha moment for me, and I was like, you know what, I just want a 9-to-5 and I'll do food at night. So that's when I tied it back to UNF. I knew that business program, you could interview with real HR people, and if they liked you, they could hire you. After that, and I got the job, straight in, quit the restaurant. I don't go back to the second semester of culinary school, so I'm 9-to-5 Merrill Lynch. So I'm in Merrill Lynch, 9-to-5. When I get off, I'm doing food. I was doing really well at Merrill Lynch, and I was getting promoted every year, and I had a lot of money, and everything was cool, but I was like, man, like, I thought about it again, and I was like, okay, is this what I'm supposed to do? Am I supposed to work 9-to-5? Am I supposed to climb the corporate ladder? Am I supposed to have a wife and kids and just buy a house? And I'm like, there's got to be more to life than this. Usually when I got off at 5, there was traffic. So I was like, you know what, there's a Starbucks right nearby. I'm gonna lock myself in Starbucks when I get off work, and I'm gonna choose something and work on it. So I chose events, I chose photography, I chose writing. And the more I did that, like the busier I got. It was crazy. Like it was like the universe knew that I was doing that, and it was just helping me. By that month, I was so busy, I just put my 2 weeks in. And then I saved up. And in that meantime, I was saving up that 20 grand again, you know, to be safe. But this time when I saved that 20 grand, I'm way smarter than I was before, because I did it before, but I was more reckless. But now I'm like, you know, I have way more experience, and I have like more of a corporate experience, and I'm just smarter. And now it's like 3 years later, and
you're a local celebrity.
yeah. It was crazy.